Rome, we have 3,000 persons in streets. Most of them are women and some transsexual or male. We have prostitutes from the East Europe countries and from Africa, especially from Nigeria. There are a lot of girls who decide to come in Italy to have a better life, to find a job.
I'm 25 years old. I was born in Romania. I met someone who was a friend of my husband. He promised me he could take me to Italy to work in a clothing factory. He took me to Yugoslavia. In Yugoslavia, he introduced me to another man. This new man took me to Montenegro. And from there on, I realized that I had been sold. I realized that instead of coming here to work in the clothing factory he had told me about, I was here to do something else. And that thing is called prostitution.
And of course, during the travel, very often the girls can understand the truth, because there are some of the men of the racket who rape them.
There were problems with another girl who came along with me because she was really beautiful. They wanted to take advantage of her, and she wouldn't let them, so they beat her up. They beat her up and they raped her, and not just one of them, but 10 of them.
Very often they are sold during the travel, more times.
From Romania, I went to Yugoslavia. From Yugoslavia to Montenegro, and from Montenegro to Albania.
It's impossible to think that all this route can happen without the support of some, not the government exactly, but a part of the police, the government, the embassy.
They told me to get into another car, and then I realized that it was a police car. And I soon realized that all the people involved were policemen.
The girls always tell about very big relationship between the racket and the police. From Nigeria, the situation is that the girl decided to accept the offer of usually a woman who offer a normal job. When they arrive, the madame tell her that she have to pay around 80 million of lira or more. If she doesn't pay, there are very bad results for her family. The problem is also the voodoo. The Nigerian girls call this juju.
We arrived in Bari, and from there we went on to Florence. The Albanian guy came up to us and told us, "Get some rest, because tonight you'll be out working." That night, I behaved a bit strangely, because it was the first time I was working the street. At the end of the evening, he asked me for my money. I told him I didn't have any because I didn't turn any tricks. So he beat me up, and he beat me so hard till my mouth was full of blood.
They can't have any money of the money they do. The pimp or the madame give the condom in exactly number, and when they come back to home, they calculate the money and the condom to keep all of the money. The East Europe girls, they really can't stop. They have just to run away.
I said to myself, this isn't possible, and I started thinking that I really had to run away.
In the situation of the Nigerian girl, I can understand, because they have an exactly debt. So the madame say from the beginning what is the debt, and usually they can give to a madame around 100 million every year. So a lot of people do a lot of money with this market. Someone say that this is the real market of the future, because it's more rich in front of drugs or guns, because it's more safe, easier, are very cheap. The prices are really cheap, because in the streets arrive a lot of girls, so the price, the market is low, and 30,000 lira You can see also girls that probably are very young, also less than 17, 16 years old. There is in the street a big market of incredible, beautiful girls, very young, like models, that you can have just for very few money.
So one night I ran away. I was crying because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go.
The big scare of the girls is, okay, I escape, and where I can go, who helped me.
Everyone was staring at me and looking at me because I was dressed like a whore.
This is one of the things that we do. We have some houses, some secret place, and next you can have a job, you can find an husband, you can do a normal life like in Italy.
When I go outside today, I'm afraid to go out on my own because they tried to find me and they came to look for me. The biggest danger for the girls that run away is that they're later tracked down by the Albanian pimps and they're killed. In Italy we have a big problem because they find a lot of bodies of girls that were killed. So be careful, girls. But do run away.
Nothing is possible in the future if all the government don't become to talk together.
What I really, really miss are my children, who are still small and who need the love of a mother. And unfortunately, they have a mother who can't go back home and be with them.